4 years ago, I was sitting at the dinner table with my family. We were going over goals. We were setting our annual goals, and this is something we do every year, individually and as a family. What do we want to do? We're going around the table and we're talking about, here's what I'm going to do this year. It came to my turn, and I'm sharing. I'm getting all fired up about what I want to do. I'm going over all these wonderful things I'm going to do, and one of them was a radio show, a half-hour radio show that I've been talking about for many, many, many years. After I was done, my son patiently looked at me and he says, "Dad, what are you doing about it right now?" And I looked at him and I said, "Well, son," and here's where I launched into my excuses. "I'm not quite ready yet. I'm still doing some research. I'm still learning to become a better speaker. I'm learning more about radio. I'm getting there, and it's going to happen real quick." And then he said, "Well, Dad, you just need to man up." Now, that's hard coming from a coach, a peer, a boss. Those are hard words coming from somebody like that. But I've got to tell you, they're a little harder coming from your child, who's calling you on the carpet for the same things you've been calling them out on. It's the same counsel that I've given to hundreds of other people. I've had the counsel before from mentors. But here's my son, a third of my age, who's saying, "Dad, you need to man up. You need to get out there and begin. You need to get started. You need to scrape your knees and run into some trees." And I hadn't been willing to do that. Now, that did hit home. It touched something on the inside of me, and it became a catalyst to jumpstart and get me moving. Get me off the start line and start the race. Within a week, I was on the air. I had outlined 8 shows. I got on the air. And let's be honest, if you've listened to some of my radio shows, those first number, I'd say the first half a year, they're dumpster fires. I remember the first show, I came in, it's supposed to be 30 minutes. I had written out 3 full pages, which should take me 3 hours. I can talk. I was done in 13 minutes. Because it's different. It was a dumpster fire. And it took me a long time to get used to it. But if I continued to wait until I got all my ducks in a row, until I handled all my excuses, I'd still be sitting at the dinner table 4 years later talking to my family about how I'm going to do this radio show. Now I'm still making excuses, and there's still things that I'm putting off. And my son is still there to call me on the carpet and say, "Dad, you got to man up. What is it that you've got? A vision of yours, a goal that you're trying to achieve. But all you've been doing, like me, is talking about it year in and year out. And you're having fun talking about it. You're very passionate about it. It's something that you truly believe you're going to do. But all you've done is talk about it." I have some news for you. It's not a vision. It's not even a goal. It's a hallucination. Because it's all right here. It's never materializing. It's not manifesting. It's not getting out there. What are you doing today? I'm going to give you the same words my son did. Man up. Get started. Doesn't matter how small, and it doesn't matter how ugly. Listen to my radio show. They're ugly. But I got started. And that was the whole key. And from there, it opened up wonderful opportunities. All kinds of doors have opened up. I've overcome fears that I had in that area because I said yes. I allowed my son to kick me in the rear end, and I said yes. What do you need to man up for? What are you thinking about, dreaming about, you've been talking about for years, but you haven't done anything yet? And you're still making the same excuses I am. Got to get my ducks in a row. Once my kids get older, once I get a better job, once I make more money, once I get in my new home, once I get past this stressful time, the excuse is excuse. They're all the same. It doesn't matter. Just one excuse is the same as any other. Just pick one. Better yet, man up and get started. And start doing something today, not tomorrow. Tomorrow's too late because fear will set in that 24-hour period, and you'll talk yourself out of it. Commit to something right now and then figure out how to do it afterwards. That's the key. There is magic in commitment. If you'll just begin today and say, yes, I'm going to do a 30-minute show. I'm going to set the appointment, and a week from today, I'm going to be on the air. Wow. Now what are you going to do? Now you got to figure it out. And here's the beautiful part. Your mind will start working. It'll figure it out. It won't look pretty because it's like learning to ride a bike for the first time. You're going to run into every tree, mailbox, and car on the street, guaranteed. But within a couple of days, you'll be proficient enough to be on there without being wrapped in saran wrap and bubble wrap to protect you. You won't kill yourself. You won't be great, but if you'll continue, You'll get better and better and better till one day you'll be doing tricks. You'll be riding without hands on the handlebars. You'll even stand up on your seat. Don't tell your mom and dad I said to do that. Man up. Find a way to begin today. Don't put it off any longer. My name is Ed Carcarey, and I'd love to connect with you at edcarcarey.com. Find your passion. You'll find your life.